All right, here we go. Here it is getting started up. This is our first match of this playoff week. Who is going to progress to the next round of face-off? Yo, Ironman, let's see who takes this early advantage here. And for clarification's sake, You Are Dead going to be starting up north, whereas the Immortals down south.
Yeah, and just taking a look quickly at the tank selection, of course, we have the Immortals going with those 5 heavy tanks, 2 AMX-50s, of course, Savange on that AMX-50, you notice there, an IS-3, 2 T-32s, and of course, the 2 Tier 1 tanks. And on the other side for You Are Dead, they went with 3 heavy tanks, 1 AMX-50, 2 T-32s, a T-69, and an AMX-13.
Yeah, so slightly more mobility definitely coming out from the You Are Dead side. If they want to come out ahead in this engagement, though, they got to use that mobility. They got to go for some flanking maneuvers, or maybe just some just take control of the sides of the map, the east or the west, and then maybe go for a crossfire situation. Because the thing is, if the Immortals see an opportunity to push, they're gonna push. Yeah. Because their tank lineup completely just steamrolls over the You Are Dead. If it comes down to like a straight up head-on-head engagement, definitely the Immortals do have the advantage. So all You Are Dead have to be careful of is just that push. They just gotta hold that front line, make sure that there's enough pressure there that it forces the Immortals to stay back, and then eventually with that AMX-13 and that T-69, they can use the sides of the map to maybe go for some flanking maneuvers.
Yeah, I mean, that's such a big point. Like, you don't have the kind of tank setup that the Immortals do right now. You have to use that mobility. You have to set up a crossfire situation. You have to somehow counter the strategy that the Immortals love to use. And just looking ahead here, like, already you see the Immortals getting into formation. Like, all 5 tanks on my screen I can see are together in the middle. They're going to go for this push, I think, right here. Already some shots being fired. We see Legacy Janna taking a bit of damage. Blackhawk 2
here they go. Yeah, here they go. This is what I was afraid of. You Are Dead. This front line is not that strong. There are only 2 tanks here to hold off these Immortal members, and the Immortals realize this, and they're just gonna go in right now. Legacy Janna about to go down. There he goes. Blackhawk maybe probably gonna follow soon as well. Those tanks in the backline of You Are Dead have to start doing something, because the Immortals are just completely steamrolling over their team right now. Look at that, already 2 T-32s. The front line of You Are Dead has been just completely demolished.
I mean, this is what you were talking about, Andy. This is what the Immortals do. They know that they can bully. They saw that there weren't a lot of tanks in the middle. Another tank going down. That's 3 Tier 8s going down for You Are Dead, and now Immortals are just going to take this game. It's over.
It's completely over. The You Are Dead lost their front line way too early. Facing off against the Immortals, you gotta have a strong front line. You can't allow them to have you can't relieve any pressure, especially in those objective parts of the map, because if the Immortals see that opening, they're gonna take it 99% of the time. So that was just a classic example of how the Immortals love to bully their enemies.
Yeah, man, it's like an antibiotic spray or something. It's like 99.9% of the time, this will work. This is what they do. This is what they do.
Exactly.
99.9% of the time. Like, the You Are Dead, they had a pretty good setup. There was just not enough cover. Like, the tanks came in, they went for that push, and the 2 heavy tanks just went down too fast, and it was over from there.